What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking chatterbaits. We're going to be talking everything we need to know. Techniques, tackle, trailers, colors, you name it, we're going to cover it. And we're even going to do a little fishing and hopefully we can catch one on it. But anyway, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, see what we can get ourselves into. All right, let's talk colors. You've really got three main color groups. You've got your whites, your naturals, and your dark colors, your black and blues. Now, if I'm fishing anywhere that I'm trying to imitate shad, I'm gonna throw a white color. Now, if it's a little stained, then I'm probably gonna throw like a solid white. As the water clears up, I'm gonna get more of like a translucent stuff. I don't like my bait to stick out like a sore thumb. I really want it to blend in a little bit. But that's gonna be for your shad imitating. Now, in dark water, whether brim's prevalent, I'm probably gonna throw a black and blue. This thing is dynamite for imitating brim in dark, tannic water. Now, I'm not talking muddy water. I'm talking like, you know, it's clear, but your black waters. Now, if the water gets pretty clear, I'm gonna go a lot more natural, and I'm gonna throw something in this green pumpkin. I've caught a lot of fish on it with, you know, fairly clear water on this green pumpkin color. So now let's talk trailers. Now, with your trailers, there are really two main families of trailers. You've got your minnow trailers and your crawl trailers. Now, the minnow trailers are gonna be used for when you wanna really free that bait up and let it really work. Let it have that erratic, free-ranging action. That's when I'm gonna go with my blades. Now, when I get around heavy cover, I'm definitely going with a crawl bait. What that allows me to do is bring that bait up and over limbs and all your, you know, rocks and stuff without catching so bad. As you know, these things are notorious for hanging up on anything in the lake, and especially with a blade minnow on there. It's got a lot of action, but with all that action, it's got a lot of rolling around, and it rolls that hook right into a log every time you reel by one. Now, with a crawl, it's going to settle down that rolling action, and it's going to come up and over stuff a lot easier. Also, if I'm wanting to skip it, this gives it a little bit flatter of a profile, and it'll skip under docks and stuff a lot better. I like to use the Menace. The Menace comes in two different sizes. There's the baby Menace and then the full-size Menace. I'm still probably going to bite off about 1/2 inch, and I'll show you how to rig one in a minute. But the full-size Menace has bigger appendages, so it's got a lot more action. So if I get into some stained water, some fairly dark, muddy water, I'm gonna go with that bigger one because it's gonna give a bigger profile for those fish to see. If it starts to clear up, then I might go with the baby Menace. It's got some smaller little appendages, and it's not gonna be quite so wow in your face. But anyway, that's trailers. Let's get into rigging. All right, now rigging my trailer. What I don't want to do is put a full-size trailer on this thing and have it just hanging way out of the bait. For one, it's not going to have a nice, uniform profile, and two, those fish are going to have a lot more chance to come up there and just grab that tail. There's no hook in the tail, so we don't want that. So what I'm going to do is bite it off so that when my skirt hangs down, I've got just a little bit of trailer hanging out. And I'm gonna do the same thing with a Menace. I'm gonna basically line it up to where I've got, probably 1/2 inch hanging out. And then I'm gonna bite off those couple rings. And then it's real important to make sure when you run these things on there, make sure they're straight. Make sure that when it comes out that other side, that it comes out in the middle. That's going to keep it running straight. You'll get a lot more bites when your bait's doing what it was designed to do. But that's one rigged with a Menace, and that's a fish catching machine. This is the bait that I caught most of my fish on for the national championship up in Shreveport. I caught a lot of fish on this, and I caught some real donkeys. But anyway, let's talk tackle. I like to throw it on a high-speed reel. This is a 7.2-to-1, and then my rod of choice, I like a shorter rod. I like the accuracy of a shorter rod, so I'm throwing a 6.6, and it's a medium heavy. And on that, I've got 20-pound fluorocarbon lines. So anyway, that's how I rig my chatterbaits and choose my colors. So let's get out there and see if we can't show you some techniques. All right, the first thing you're gonna notice when I make a cast is as soon as it hits the water, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little pop. What that's gonna do is go ahead and get that blade engaged just like you would a spinnerbait. What I don't wanna do is make a couple reels and it not already be chattering, because you know, your first couple cranks, there's a good chance that's your first opportunity to catch one, because you put it right up there next to that cover, and you really want to be fishing. As soon as it hits the water, you want to get that blade chattering. And just get out there and, you know, check different retrieves. They may want it a little faster one day than the next. I usually like to have a fairly slow, meticulous retrieve. What I'll also do is, you know, at times, you know, I'm not gonna just reel it straight in. I might give it a little pop or just kill it for like half a second. You'll have a lot of fish will hit it when it just kind of stops for a second. But that's kind of my deal with it, and it catches a lot of fish. See if we can catch one today. We got a front coming in, so should be a good afternoon. We got a little chop on the water. Oh, got one. Little bitty guy. Only a little bitty guy on the chatterbait. Let's let him go. We gotta do better than that. Ooh. I'm not sure who was messing with my drag, but that wasn't good. I almost missed him. There we go. Another chatterbait fish. It looks big when I hold him up to the camera, don't he? Not so big back here. There you go, little fella. All right, let's get us another one. Come here, little fella. There we go. Another little guy. I'm hungry today. I'll tell you what. They like that black and blue jackhammer. That was kind of neat. I saw that fish moving on the live scope and cast over there. That live scope, that's going to be a game changer next season. Hey, what's up guys? I'm not sure what happened to the outro that I cut out on the water, but it is not on my GoPro. So, oh well. As you can see, we didn't catch any lunkers today, but I hope you learned something and you can take some of that information on your next fishing trip. Until next time, we'll catch you later. So today, we're gonna be, the screen cut out messed me up. So today, I'm gonna tell you how to pick the color for the conditions and the proper, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I had a lot to say. All right guys, first let's talk color. No, let's not. And they need to sponsor me because I need some free jackhammers because they're $16 a piece. Anywho,